Hi, Canyons. This is Andrew. I just wanted to share some thoughts that I had with you this week. Hopefully, they're encouraging thoughts. I don't know if you've been reading along with the Stay Fit Bible reading plan. I suggested that we started. I challenge you to start that last week in my Out of the Shallow series that we're in the middle of. But if you didn't yet, you can jump in anytime that you would like. It's just simply download the Bible app on it's YouVersion, and then search for Stay Fit. And it's about a 30-day process of you being able to connect with some truths and apply it into your own life. It's really, really quite simple. One of those days, the verse was Colossians 1:17. And it's simply that he is before all things, and in him all things hold together. And I don't know about you, but for me, I get so wrapped up into trying to hold together the world around me. All the moving parts and all the moving pieces in my world, I try to remain in control of all of them and hold them all together. And one slips away, and then I try to reach for that, and two more slip away in the other direction, and it's a mess, right? That's what happens if we're trying to constantly control everything around us, people that are in our lives, people that are not in our lives, let alone what's on the internet and social media and in the news and in the world around us. It's overwhelming, isn't it? It's overwhelming. But we were never intended to hold everything together. That's not your job, and that's not my job. Our job and what we're challenged to, what we're tasked to, is to trust the one that does hold all things together. That doesn't mean that everything's going to be perfect. It doesn't mean that he's going to snap his fingers and that God is going to create peace in the world and that everything is going to be as is, perfectly in place. Because we don't live in a perfect world. That was not the intent of this life that we lived, that it would be perfect. The intent is that we would move in the direction of our Creator. The intent is that we would decide that we can trust God with our lives, that we can trust Him with our choices, that we can trust Him in spite of our recognition that we don't have control. Even when circumstances fall apart on us, that we can still trust Him. All the way through the brokenness, we can still trust Him because He will not leave us nor forsake us, that He is for us and He loves us. So maybe that's something that you can start to do. Just on a regular basis, when you start to feel those pieces floating away and slipping away and you try to hold it all together, maybe you simply just take a breath and say, God, those are your pieces. God, you're in control. You are holding it together. That's not my job. My job is simply to hold on to you as you hold on to me. I hope that's encouraging. I know that it has been for me this week. Something else I want to just invite you to, really, we talk often about being for LCV, that we believe that God is for our community, and so are we. And one of the ways that we're going to do that here soon, on June 20th, so that's a Saturday here shortly, not this immediate Saturday, but the following Saturday. We're going to meet at church, if you're available to, if you're willing to, and we're going to put together some hanging flower baskets. I know some of you are like, wait, I'm not a green thumb, I'll just kill things. It's okay, you can still put them all together. Maybe we won't let you touch the living flowers, right? Maybe you'll just be there to encourage everybody else. But we're going to put together some hanging flower plants, some baskets, and then we're going to try to disperse those throughout our community at different places of business. And each one of those baskets is also going to have a message of encouragement. It's going to say, hope for LCV, or love for LCV, or unity for LCV. Something that is true, that God is for us, that God wants these things in our community. And we just want to share some encouragement, because I don't know about you, but right now seems like that is on short supply. So we're gonna try to make that on, at least bump up the level of the supply of encouragement in our community. I hope that you are able to come find us. Again, that's at church at 4 p.m. Canyons Church, and we would love to put together some flower pots, plants, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Put together some flower hanging baskets, and then disperse those and deliver those throughout the day. That evening, so a little bit later, at 5:30 at Pioneer Park, we're also going to have a barbecue. but it's not really a barbecue because we're not providing food. We're just going to meet at the park and see each other. There's no agenda other than we want to be part of community again. We want to see each other, check in on each other. So if you feel safe, if you feel comfortable doing that, we would love to see you there. We're not going to provide the meal just because we're going to stay away from the stipulations and all those expectations. And we don't want anyone to tell us that we don't have the glove properly on it. We're just going to avoid all that. We'll have some drinks and possibly some ice cream, prepackaged ice cream for you. And then if you want to bring your own meal, you can. But I hope that you show up. Even if you've never been into our church, you are invited. We would love to see you there. And I hope to see you there soon. Okay, we will see you online. We'll hope to see you on Sunday for our service. And I also pray that you are doing well. If you need anything, please let us know. We will try to do what we can. All right. Love you guys. Miss you. Bye.